morning, everybody. This is Johnny S with another R6 motovlog. Yeah. Hope everyone is doing fine. We're doing good. Coming to you live from Greece, baby. Today we're going to take a different route. We're going to a customer. So we're going to... what is this guy doing? He's got a tractor, baby. Yeah, he's got a tractor. We ain't never gonna pass. Yeah. Where is it going? Anyway, sorry that I'm losing my concentration. Today's topic is going to be done for spoilers. We'll get into what that is. So a little bit of introduction again. My name is John, 44 years old, married with one kid, living in Greece, grew up in Australia. YouTube channel content usually about bikes and games and some philosophical discussions. We're testing a few things today. We're going to our customers. We got our level 2, our full level 2 protection. We got our backpack, so it is quite heavy today. I'm carrying a lot of stuff with me. So we got the charger, laptop charger and everything since we're going to the customers. Some extra stuff that I'm carrying, plus the GoPro camera and, you know, the bag with other accessories. Another few tests that we're doing as far as the recording setup goes is the position of the camera at the front, as you can see. I hope you can see me, that it's good. There's a little bit of positioning differentiation that we've done lately. We're trying to fit it so that it doesn't record too much above my head and record more close to the deposit, as well as my hands and everything. And the other one is the recording setup that we've done in the GoPro as far as settings go, which initiated from the nightly footage, but it's going to carry over to our daily things as well. Give me some time to fill up and I will be right back. Back, everybody. Hey, we're in a good mood today. We got our beauty sleep and we are relaxed. Filled up. And we filled up with high octane. This is what I'm saying. Not all the time, but every now and then I will use high octane petrol. Some people use them all the time. I asked my mechanic what he suggests. Because we're having this discussion about, you know, just like my last video, high RPMs and everything. He was also for it, utilize the whole rev range, you know, in a sensible way, let's say. And he told me the same thing. He goes, do not use, you know, all the time the what would you call it? This is stupid, but anyway. Do not use high octane fuel all the time, he said. But every now and then, you know, use it. Every second, third, let's say, change up, you know, use it. I don't know why he said it like that, but you know, I was in a rush and I didn't have much time to ask him, so yeah. So yeah, we're going to customer today. We're going through a different way. It's very windy, which is good in a sense, because, you know, for the heat, I mean. So give me 1 second, I'll go through here and we'll continue. We'll continue. And we're back. And there seems to be quite a bit of traffic, which is the usual stuff. We started relatively early. It's 24 past. And we got a meeting at 10. We are going to face a lot more traffic later on. So usually I'll take this opportunity to go a little bit faster. Here? No, not really. Ah, yeah, from here. Okay. It was good while it lasted. No problemos. That's another thing that you should pay attention to how I drive. Usually when there's no traffic, traffic meaning cars like this and everything, I go really, really fast. Why? Because my bike is really, really fast. It's not my fault, guys. Just kidding. Anyway, I go quite fast, you know. utilize the whole rear range, let's say. A dead cat was there. What the fuck? But when the cars start, you know, piling up like they are now, I go very slow, relatively slow. And I see a lot of drivers that are doing the opposite. Possibly because the bike doesn't have the balls, man, the fucking balls, yeah. Wake up. I'm kidding. I don't want to put down everybody, but you know, possibly because the bike doesn't have the power. They obviously do not go as fast as my bike goes when there's no car traffic. And maybe to make up for the time lost, I don't know if that's their mentality, but when there is car traffic, such as, you know, here for example, they go fucking quick, which is dangerous. And I relatively quick also, you know what I mean. I don't go slow by any means. You know, and I know in the video sometimes it looks more dangerous than what it is when you're skimming through traffic, when you're lane splitting, to call it more properly. But you know, the speed seems to be faster from the cameras than what it is in reality. And obviously the visual range that you have in reality, how far you can see, how much you can detect stuff, is totally different, obviously. You know, another person told me at some point, he was asking me, he goes, how come you're speeding up the footage? And I was asking him, what are you talking about? He goes, the footage on your bike. I go, I don't speed it up. So there is a variation factor, you know. I mean, sometimes when you go this speed, it seems like the speed is strange, and you might think that I'm speeding it up. It's not, it's just real time. You know what I mean? Some footages seem to be faster than what they actually are. And it's also evident, you know what I mean? I've seen it and I've noticed it for myself as well when I look at the footage. So, we mentioned today's topic. We're going to talk about downforce spoilers. Some other people call them race fairings, just so we can get the thing. Some people call them race fairings, race spoilers. You might hear them with many different terminology. They all mean the same thing. And what they mean is those side, let's call them, I don't know if I'm going to put some pictures up, those side sort of fairings, they're called spoilers. Spoilers meaning they're not exactly fairings. It's like the back thing on the car where it has a spoiler, and it has a, you know, that's why it's called a spoiler. It's basically for the wind, the downforce. Also to mention here, another thing that we're testing on the camera, which is we took it over from the night thing, is the 50 FPS in comparison to the 60. And in daytime it's not as evident, but when I'm in a tunnel as such, that flickering thing still happens, you know what I mean? So it's a bit windy as well. It's good in a sense. I can really feel the wind go through my thingies. ZZR, baby. ZZR 1400cc. That's the big brother, and I'm the medium brother. So it's like, hey big brother, where you going, big brother? Don't forget about me, I'm the little guy. Anyway, I like to go on the side sometimes and let people pass, since I'm not going that fast. You know, in comparison to this guy in front of me, he's just sitting there like a fuckwit. I mean, there's a chance here to go on the left side, you know what I mean? Sometimes they drive as if they're on trails. Hopefully we're not late. You know, hopefully. So yeah, that's another thing that I'm doing, a testing. Front camera positions. I tighten it down a little bit. I try to keep the position same as last time, but I think it moved a little bit, so that's why I'm saying I don't know how it's gonna be. We'll see it. And it doesn't have the stabilization of the other camera, so you know, for sure it's not going to be the same. Whenever I go faster, you will hear me stop speaking. 2 reasons. 3 reasons. Concentration, enjoyment. Concentration, enjoyment. And concentration, enjoyment, and for your pleasure. So I'll shut the fuck up now. Yeah, baby. I love it when you see people take a little bit more hectic. Gotta be careful with this, guys. I love it. You know what I mean? He hears my exhaust, I hear him. One guy just as the next. Let's take care here, because sometimes there's a lot of traffic and you don't know about it. Also, I've seen a lot of accidents here, and I think the reason for that is because of these metal things. They're really slippery on this bridge. Yeah, baby. And our usual traffic. We have arrived. We are a bike. That's the positive thing. So we are going to lane split, let's say, and skim through it quite a bit. But you know, in any case, traffic is traffic. You can't go as fast as you would like to. When I see traffic like this, the worst thing that comes to my mind is what happens with ambulances and what happens with, you know, and I've heard some stories where, you know, people have passed out because they couldn't get to them in time. So, you know, these are unfortunate things if he was to change lanes. So yeah, this is the test that we're doing now. Front camera position and the GoPro settings. We're recording on 50 FPS. And also we played around with the color scheme. So in daytime, usually what happens is the GoPro color palette seems to make colors a little bit more vivid, which in turn helps and makes everything look, you know, better. But you can actually change that on post-process, and this is not something that I recommend. When I did the video and I was recommending settings to people, you know, usually what I will do, especially to new GoPro owners, I will say, you know, use auto. You will hear me keep on saying it, auto. Yeah, I try to make their life easier, you know what I mean? Obviously there's specific combinations, and that if you have the time and you want to do, you can get better results. You know, but the point is that not everybody has either the time or the knowledge to do these settings. So, you know, trying to give everybody a golden rule, let's say, to follow. So we're almost halfway there and we haven't talked about the thing. Okay, so it's not a big topic. I was almost not going to do the vlog today, but what I thought was I could not wait to test the GoPro settings daytime. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Don't give up the fight. So yeah, I could not wait to test my settings. I wanted to see believe it or not, the biggest thing that I wanted to see was the color during the daytime. Because during the daytime there's not many tunnels, let's say. But I'm going to see that on the tunnels as well. It's going to become evident on the post-process. Maybe as you're watching the video, you might not be able to see it a lot. But during the editing of the video, it does become evident. But the biggest thing that I wanted to see was the color. Anyway, the side fairings. This research started from my own, let's say, curiosity, and I thought it might help others also. Since I had that question, maybe somebody else has that also. I keep on seeing the MotoGP bikes and some other bikes like the Ducati Panigale, some BMWs that have the downforce spoilers, the side spoilers. They're like on the side fairings. Their purpose is to create downforce, especially on 1000cc bikes or bikes that are able to reach quite high speeds, let's say. And the whole purpose for that is, you know, that it started from MotoGP. So as with many things, MotoGP is the instigator, let's say, as I said previously, and then whatever happens there, you know, many people carry it over to the track, to the road, sorry. And my thought was, does it make a difference? Does it make a difference? Why in some like, you know, especially us old-timers, we have a perception of why did they need to change this, why did they need to change that, you know what I mean? So the question is like, you know, what happens, why do they do that? And the simple answer is it does make a difference for MotoGP. On the road, not really. It's a visual thing, you know what I mean? A lot of companies will claim that it will help the bike anti-wheelie, anti-this, anti-that, keep it down, keep it steady. Yes and no. It does affect it, don't get me wrong. It does affect it, but how much it affects it is so little that it is almost neglectable. It's a very, very tiny thing. So what those wings do, at least on the MotoGP, since that's where it actually does make more of a difference, let's say. We'll talk about that. I mean, as far as the road goes, all I gotta say is they don't really make a difference. As simple as that. They don't really make a difference. The design of them, the size of them, the application, everything, you know. For those wings to take effect and to work and do their thing, there has to be specific speeds, specific angles, and specific rider position, let's say. What the fuck is it doing, man? So let's talk about MotoGP, since that's where, you know, this thing makes most of the difference. So those side fairings, if you want to call them, downforce spoilers, whatever, their purpose is to push the bike down. So aerodynamically they create a force which is downwards, and to be more specific and exact, it's not downwards, it's downwards and towards within. So it's not like that, it's like this. They push the bike like that. When you have two of them, one on each side, you're going to get, how can I say it, you're going to get both sides to push. Let's say you're taking a right turn and you're leaning that way. The left fairing is going to push, fair enough. The left fairing is going to push. But the right wing on a right turn is going to counter push. You know what I mean? And it's going to push the bike that way. What MotoGP drivers do in order for them to counter effect that is use the body behind the fairing. That's why you see them lean so close to the floor, to block the air flow on the right hand side on a right hand turn. Therefore will negate, it will negate the right hand pushing, and you will only get the left one. That's why I'm saying that it is on specific roads on the MotoGP, let's say, that really makes a difference. And this is why, you know, I do not recommend, let's say, people giving too much focus on that. It makes no difference. Anyway, we're almost reached to the customer. The time is 45, so we're 15 minutes early, which is good. We gotta go pick up my work colleague, get some coffee, get some water, you know. So I thank everybody very much and bid you goodbye. Goodbye everybody, we'll talk soon.